Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Once again, I'm Neff from Nasdaq Bets, also known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet, and today I want to take a little bit of time to appreciate the art in Magic the Gathering cards from back in the day before the Satanic Panic, or these cards specifically got taken down during the Satanic Panic. This was a bunch of cards, I believe, 1994, known as the Dark set. And in the Dark set, we get some legitimately dark stuff that somewhat delves into Satanism from like maybe an ultra-Orthodox or Baptist point of view. But if we're talking about the kind of stuff that's in your typical horror section library, like black is black, black is evil, and we got some particularly evil stuff in here that just crosses the line way too much, and especially if you had this kind of stuff in a Catholic school, like an Orthodox school would call this stuff out, but it still has a flavor to it that you don't get anywhere else in any other place in Magic. Uncle Istvan here, he always haunted me. I played against people early on that had a lot of blue and black, and this guy, there's something particular pain in the ass about him. But the art that he had is remarkable. It's remarkable. I don't even know what to attribute it to. The skull here looks very minimalistic and like something I would see on a tarot card. The rest of it, I just can't place it anywhere, and it has this unholy evil, natural evil. Like, you know, you get the balance, right? This is supposed to represent evil, and this hits it way so close that it makes people uncomfortable. Ooh, the Fallen was a spooky boy. During this controller's upkeep, the Fallen does 1 damage each opponent. That's just a creepy look, right? Oh my goodness, like, we all know certain Baptist or ultra-Orthodox people show them this card and see what happens, and they're like, cast these things into the fire, and people throw these cards into the fire and they don't catch fire because they're wax. That's why they're not recyclable. Wax things aren't recyclable. Wax cards aren't recyclable. That's why they don't burn in fire. Yeah, sorry, I've had to have these discussions with people who actually believe that if you had a wart, it meant that you were cursed by a witch. No new land may be brought into play during that Worms of the Earth. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's creepy at a subatomic level. Wow. I don't think that I've been creeped out this much by an enchantment. Like, this reminds me of, like, the Nurgles in Warhammer 40k, right? Whoa, that just... Ugh. There's just something so raw about the images that have actually been drawn, painted. I wish I could get bigger images. I'm sorry I can't. But there's something so deliberately arcane in some of these that it would definitely cause some concern. Now, when I joined a Baptist school from the Catholic school, this one's straight up satanic. You don't want anyone seeing this. This looks like it's a card that Anton LaVey's Satanist would create. Let's face it. I remember going to the Baptist school and they were like, and I was like, can I bring magic cards? And they're like, those are satanic, Nevin. No, you can't. And I was like, I don't play with the satanic cards. And he blinked twice, and he didn't understand what I was saying. He's like, Nevin, they're all satanic. I was white and red, though, or something, so I was up here, and I was dealing with these cards. The Martyr's Cry. All white creatures are removed from the game. Players must draw 1 card each while creature they control is lost in this manner. Wow. Okay, that sounds... Why would you use that card if you were white? Who? Why? Why? Oh man, I remember seeing this one and thinking, this is overly complicated, and it perfectly points out the evil within good. Okay, let's see how I can do this. Gain control of 1 opponent's creatures. Opponent chooses which target creature you will control. If creature becomes untapped, you lose control of the creature. You may choose not to untap creature as long as during the day. As you lose control of the creature leaves game. Okay. It's easier than I thought. It's a preacher who can control people's minds. It's a psyker. Another useless card for white. Who? Why? The art is pretty cool, though. I gotta say, I'm here for the art. Wow, this is definitely on the dark side of the light side, too. Fire and Brimstone, 4 damage to target player and yourself. This is freaking Catholic as heck. I had this one, they had this one in 4th edition. It's a lot of fun to use to mess with people who like to use black. Like, yeah, it's a witch hunter, but in and of itself, it also looks evil as hell, like a golem. All goblins. This was a dark, dark set. My goodness. Angry mob. Yeah, that's not supposed to be a white card. But it is, because everything's dark here. Let's face it. Whoa. They weren't kidding. Okay, so the Dark is like a Dark Ages time after the Brothers' War, right? Okay, so this is definitely, absolutely the most anti-church set that I've ever seen. So this comes after the Brothers' War. So these are the two brothers. They shake their wangs at each other, and then they leave Dominaria, just completely nuked and leveled somehow. And churches get brought up. Ah, it's dissolved. I bet in reality Christianity actually dissolved this Church of Tall in reality within the storyline, because it was church-going kids that would often buy these cards. The church hated magic because the brothers used magic to destroy Dominaria with their fight or whatever. Okay, so I mean, that's definitely... This is a Christian monk, let's face it. This is Christian stuff. This is, like, let's face it, this looks Middle Age, not Magic the Gathering, but Middle Age our time. Fire and Brimstone, of course they're talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. I would know, I guarded the gates there once. Witch Hunter, like, come on. Come on. Guys, you're taking a hard crack at old school Christians. I mean, it's fun until your mom finds out, right? Oh, Exorcist, that doesn't look like a Christian pope. They're just crapping all over the church here. And hey, that's fine. That's fine. Look at that. I love that ability. I should have had... Oh, man, I want to get one of those cards. Hey, the price is right. But, man, the shipping is always so killer. Is it always that bad in the States, too? So, the images is good, but it's... I want more. Holy Light. How is this Holy Light? This is a man's bottom. This looks like a two-step AI image. But legitimately, it takes talent to get this far. And I like the old art way more than I like the computer graphic stuff. Now this is what I'm talking about. This kind of art. I wish I could... Oh wait, I can. Control. Zoom, zoom. Check that out. Yeah, zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah. What? Oh, that's so beautiful. It's like space retrofuturism. It's I love it. It's space, magician, retrofuturism, all of the good things. All of the good things. I remember in 4th edition they put some really inspiring real-world quotes down at the bottom that I absolutely loved. One of my favorite ones was an Ahab quote. Oh, that looks so much better. I can see him. Why didn't I do that sooner? I should have just done that sooner. Yeah, anyways, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Morale. Okay. Pikemen. Remember that one in 4th edition? Oh, that preacher's upset. The squire. Squire. Oh, man. Try getting that picture past your preacher. No. I might have gotten away with having that in a deck, but if I showed that one to a teacher, he might be talking to my mom back then. Dance of the Moray. I don't care even if the pictures are bad. At least they've been drawn. Hey, I'm pretty sure that this guy did heavy metal. Flood. That one became a classic card. See, these ones ain't so bad. This is what you expect. Oh, yeah, the spooky ghost ship. Okay, if I seen that thing coming, I would just, like, accept my death. Just, nep, I'm dead. Catch you later. I specifically remember the Mind Bomb being used against me constantly. 3 damage to each player. All player may discard. Yeah, I remember that one really well. But look at the art. Look at the detail. Look at the wrinkles. It's whoa, psychic allergy? Whoa. Whoa, even the idea of a psychic allergy. Man, that is something. That is something. and the Riptide. Like, look at that. That's wonderful. This is beautiful. Sometimes, man, there's been times when I haven't played Magic where I've been at a dollar store and you could get a pack for, you know, X amount of dollars, like $2. I'm like, yeah, I want to see what the cards look like. Yeah. Yeah. Ashes to Ashes. Like, that's another one of those to me. It's like, oh, okay. All right. Okay. The Banshee. The Bog Rats, Bog Imp. You expect this stuff. It doesn't kill you on the inside so much as that cursed artifact. Damn, Drill of Artifact may choose. Damn, that's a dark one. And an Eater. I wonder if that's the only Eater that's ever been created. Eater of the Dead. Take one creature from any graveyard. That doesn't look like an Eater of the Dead. It looks more like a champion of some sort. Normally, Eaters of the Dead are grotesque in some sort or another. And, like, this guy's going to chew down on a living thing, it looks like. Whereas an Eater of the Dead, no. What do I know? Oh, man, Frankenstein's monster? Ugh. Like, yeah, it's Frankenstein's monster. And you know what's interesting? In the 90s, you would be able to read that book, but if you had this image, it'd be different. And that's interesting. In the same breath as there are people that would absolutely let their kids play Grand Theft Auto as long as there wasn't any swearing on it. So it's okay that you steal, it's okay that you murder, as long as you don't swear. You can kill people as long as you don't. That's a big thing in advocacy groups. I just don't frickin' understand. Inquisition. That should be a white card. Why would they make that a black card? Marsh gas can do some really strange things. One time, just one frickin' time, I was driving down the road. My girlfriend was next to me, going down the road, and this little patch of swamp gas from both sides of the road come and collect in the middle of the road and just rise up. Like, I'd understand if it was from one side of the road or another side of the road, or if there was a lot on one side. Just the same damn amounts of swamp gas came and met in the middle of the road and just rose upwards. Never seen that again. Swamp gas can literally do some strange things. I don't know. Anyways, Season of the Witch. Tell me that's not, like, Catholic related. So within this storyline there, the people have started a church that is opposing information, because information is how they got to the evil place they got before. Oh yeah, that kind of makes sense, and it's calling back to the time in the Middle Ages where there were dark times, a dark ages, but if you look into it, they weren't really as dark as you think they were. And the Christians weren't actually against science. You'll actually find a lot of early scientists. Blood Moon, okay, that, oh man, in the Satanic Panic scare of the 90s, oh man, that would be bad. So I have to describe the Satanic Panic. In the 90s, there was one crazy girl who had a kid that had a bad dream. And within that bad dream, what the mother interpreted was that the kid was being part of a satanic scare. The mother took this to the police, which believed her immediately, and went in. The police went in and asked the kids. They asked them the wrong way, and because of this, they got the wrong answers. The psychologist asked the wrong questions, and they got the wrong answers. And because of this, ultimately, 53 people ended up going behind bars for satanically sacrificing children, though no dead children wherever, there were no missing children, and for doing really weird, like sacrificing kids. And oh man, this is really deep for me, because when I went to a Baptist school, the school that said these are satanic, the guy that was in charge of the youth group would say that he was part of these. Man, this is really creeping me out talking about it. I can think it, but talking about it's different. He said he was one of the kids in these sacrifice things, and he had to hold the knife as he was this a little girl. Man, he told me that when I was young. They kicked him out shortly after that. They kicked him out. But hey, story time. That was a long time ago. That actually legitimately happened. That's one of my truths. And yeah. Anyways, I've been to plenty of youth groups that are absolutely wonderful. Plenty of church groups that are absolutely wonderful. That one was unhinged. You get some out there. That's just life. You know what? You get pagans that are the same way. The exact same way. I just happened to have one bad experience with one church. And what I'll tell you is there are a lot of good church people. There are a lot of crazy ones. It's just how it goes. You get your good and your bad and your bad and your good. And once you get onto Buddhism, you'll understand that. Oh, I could live without seeing a dog on fire. I get it, though. I get it. I'm glad he didn't go too much into detail with that. I love animals so much. Even stupid cows, as long as they don't have to clean up their crap. I really like that mana crash. It's kind of what it feels like to find out that someone you love has given away your information and cheated on you. Sisters of the Flame. This reminded me of so many high school friends that I had. I don't know. That's all I got for that one. The Elves of the Deep. I had a bunch of friends like this. That's a very POV kind of shot, eh? This is a very pagan agreeable bunch so far. That hidden path enchantments. I really like the art on that. Oh, look at those adorable giant leeches. Now I remember. I either went green and red or green and white. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the broski in the middle. Maybe I'm just more of a detailed kind of guy. I like that particular one, though. But, moreover, look at Buddy on the right, the elf. I like what he's doing. It's not just like an elf standing there looking cool or blah. He's doing something. He's engaged in something mystical, and it looks magical. Let's imagine what it is. Is he building a hole to a different universe where sprites are coming and going? Man, I'd love to follow an elf around and just watch what they did. Scavenger folk. Oh, I remember that one. There's a whole bunch of these that just made it into 4th edition when I started. Hag. Scarwood Hag. No, you see, hags don't hang out, and they're like, I get it, but the thing about true hags is they don't touch water very much. At least any of the hags I've ever known. And I've been there. Oh, lovely, the spitting slug. I love it when art creeps me out to the point where I'm like, you got real talent if you manage to do that. And I don't think any of the new computer graphics would do that. There's definitely a raw performance that we miss on this newer stuff. Every time you see one of these, you just appreciate the image on it. Wormwood Treefolk. I love that. I love it. I did not know that the gold cards went back so far. I don't think I had a gold card until Ice Age. Ooh, creepy dark spires. These things always kind of mess with me. Floating earthly orbs. It's like, is there an intelligence to them? What's going on? And like, what's up with this guy in the middle? It's like, oi, what's going on? He's pulling on something and yelling at you at the same time, but he has a sword. What's up? What is... And there's something behind them, or what's going on here? I don't understand. Like, it all fits together. Okay. Moving on. Oh, Fountain of Youth. I love that card. I was always more worried about gaining life than I was about, ending the guy I was supposed to be. These two were in 4th generation. But this one's got satanic waves on it. I mean, how do I describe this? When you get into, like, legit antiquity, Satanism around, let's say, around the 50s. This is definitely the kind of imagery. Okay, so when I broke into a Masonic lodge, there was imagery, more rudimentary, but it looks exactly like this within the main hall. Now, that's not to say that they are satanic. They absolutely are not satanic. But But the imagery, they borrowed some of the imagery because Satanism borrowed the imagery. Like, everything borrows from something else. And just because it borrows doesn't mean that it is directly affiliated with this, that, or the other thing. There are no absolutes. It's all symptomatic of our postmodern ennui, right? I mean, isn't it like, if you believe in absolutes, then it's really your own freedom that you're detached? Oh man, these mirrors are great to see if you got some crap in your eye right there. That's a good scarecrow. That's a convincing scarecrow. Wonderful relic, too. Skull of Orm. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they should have put this in the white deck. Because, man, if you go to any Catholic cathedral, they'll always have body parts of one of their favorite people. It's like, dude, let him die. Put him in the ground. Let Mother Nature take him back. Like, let him reclaim. Let him reclaim, right? Just, why do you keep your dead? Ugh. Ugh. And the early Christians, oh man, the early Christians used to keep their dead because they thought that God wouldn't be able to reconstruct them. So if you ever find any early Christian cemeteries, you'll find the bodies are all freaking there. They don't want to burn anybody because God won't know what your body's supposed to be like or something like that. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Just let my body go back. Just let my body go back. Standing stones. Stone calendar. Yeah, there's definitely very pagan imagery on here. And like, even to the root, I gotta say, as a pagan and someone who's attempted to use real world magic before, yeah, say whatever. I can be a religious person, but hell, if you've accepted communion at a Catholic church or at any church, then you yourself have believed that you have seen bread turn into flesh and grape juice turn into blood, and you consumed it. So don't come at me with that shit, okay? Anyways, hell, I've even used magic cards within magic, right? Yeah. Fill up my comments with hate. Come at me. Oh, I love that war barge. I love it. City of Shadows. I love it. This art. Maze of... Oh, yuck. Oh, that guy's got some talent. That guy's got some talent. Man, my back is getting up over that one. These aren't even all the freaking cards. Sorrow's Path. Wait, that's a land card? Exchange two opponents' card. This book's... Okay. Oh, dude, we need more land cards like that are based around, like, a story or something. Yeah. Like, make it Battle Creek, and then make a story about Battle Creek, and because of this, if you do X, Y, or Z, you'll have consequence of, a ghostly thing will have you -1 or +1 if you're this or that, that would be frickin' awesome. Wonder why they stopped doing that. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening to me. So this is the early art of Magic the Gathering. I'm going to go back and get some more, but I always wanted to take a look into this stuff. And thanks for joining me as we have this view. And have a good one, folks. More importantly, whatever your gauge is, take care of each other. Apparently white isn't good and black isn't evil. There's good and evil and good. And at the end of the day, the best thing we need to worry about is taking care of our family and reduction of human suffering, right? Have a good one, folks.